me off at the airport.
Okay, have a safe journey.
Thank you.
Hope you
See
come
Yeah.
back to Kigali.
If I come back, yeah. Yeah, I will be back. I will be back in a couple of months.
Hope you miss us and
I already do.
give you a reason to come back.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
Hi guys, so I made it to the airport. Kigali Airport behind me. Thank you very much, thank you. I just got myself a mango smoothie. I am feeling a bit over emotional actually. It was quite sad because when I was leaving the house, I got to say goodbye to Jazz, and I got to say goodbye to Sen, but I didn't get to see Sophie, and I didn't get to see Hal, and you know, Hal's my big boy, he's my big baby, and feeling a bit sad about that. You know, when you leave, you want to say goodbye to everybody properly. I feel kind of a bit sad, but I'm good. I think a lot of it is the fact that the past few days have been so stressful getting everything ready, and I feel like I wasn't quite ready to leave, so I kind of feel like I could have done with a couple more days just to kind of relax into it. But I know that, you know, the house is all fine now, it's absolutely perfect, it's ready. And I'm ready. I think a lot of it is the fact that I got no sleep last night at all. I'm functioning on about 4 hours sleep maybe. I'm not doing too well with it. But it was good to see Tadeo, and he brought me to the airport. So it's always nice to have a friendly face saying goodbye. And I think I'll feel better after I eat. So I've ordered smoothie and some food, and I'm going to be okay. And I also, for the first time in my life, I bought myself one of these neck rests, and it's really nice and squishy actually. It feels really good. So I plan to sleep most of the way to Brussels, fingers crossed. And it's a really nice airport here. If you know Bristol in the UK, Kigali Airport is very, very much like Bristol. It's pretty much hassle-free. You know, everybody's quite friendly. You can just walk through. You don't get scary security people like you get at big places like Schiphol and Heathrow. You know, nobody barks at you. So it's quite a relaxed experience flying from Kigali and with Rwandair. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope they've got some good movies, and I'm sure I'm going to feel a lot better once I've had something to eat, once I've got some sleep, and once I know that, you know, Liam is settled in with the cats, and that, you know, Hal is getting lots of cuddles and love, because I just feel a bit sad sort of the next day that they'll be waking up and wondering where I am and waiting for breakfast, but it'd be fine. So yeah, let the holiday begin. Made it into departure, and I think I realised why I'm feeling a little bit emotional or over emotional. Yes, it's leaving the cats, yes, it's having had no sleep and being quite hungry, but also I forgot I was on the bike all morning this morning before I dropped it off, and I'm sunburned. I've realised that my arm is actually really red, so I think it's a little bit sunburn, a little bit tiredness, not saying goodbye to Hal. Yeah, but I'm here. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to get some sleep on the plane.
Crew, we're welcome you all. Number one, Airbus A330 300 seats, flight number WD 700, short term service to Brussels. Zaventem International Airport here in Brussels. The local time is 25 minutes to 9 a.m.
So if Britain was still in the EU, I could just go straight down that empty queue there and go out of the airport. But now that we're no longer in the EU, I need to join this queue here. Well done everybody who voted for Brexit. Let's try and find the train station. Yes, I made it to the train station in Brussels and I've got a ticket going to Midi. I have no idea which train goes to Midi. So apparently they're every 10 minutes, either from platform 1 or platform 3, I think. So I'm standing on platform 1, waiting to figure out how to get there. But I met a lovely, lovely lady from Kigali, who was also getting very lost because she's trying to go to Leven and we've just been racing around trying to figure it out. I'm just going to keep asking people. Hi guys, so I'm on my first ever train in 5 years. I got it from Brussels Airport to Brussels Central Midi Station where I'm going to get a train to London. Everybody at the airport was super lovely, really helpful, but they could do with more signage because there are a lot of very, very lost people in transit wandering around going, where am I supposed to go next? I've also noticed something about the trains here. So they're double tier, so you can go and sit upstairs or you can sit downstairs, which are quite common in Europe. But I tripped and had to be helped by somebody to get up these steps. So I don't know how somebody in a wheelchair manages it, and especially coming from the airport, it's a disaster for anybody with large bags, because you're not going to go upstairs or downstairs if you know that you've got to get out of the train quickly when your station comes. And it's a lot to have to lug everything around. So 10 out of 10 to the staff, really helpful, lovely. And you know, the ticketing system's quite easy because somebody comes and helps you with it. But I definitely think the trains have got some problems with designs. I think if I was traveling with just like a bag, it would be really fun to go and sit upstairs or downstairs. But coming from an airport with loads of baggage, it's not fun getting on and off these trains. It's really quite difficult. But yeah, this is my first train in 5 years, and I had this romantic notion that I'd be travelling in the south of France, like gazing out of the window at the passenger going by. Instead, I'm standing in a stairwell, counting the stations to Brussels Midi. But yeah, I mean, it's an experience, and I'm quite enjoying being on a train again. Okay, so already I've kind of bumped into my first challenge, is that in Europe they charge you to go to the toilet. So I was assuming, like, I really stink now having been on a plane for 8 hours and then the train over to here, that I could just go to the bathroom and like wash my face and maybe change my top, but it requires 60 euros. Not 60 euros, 60 cents, and I don't even have a euro, and I don't know how to get one. I guess I'd have to take out like 5 euros at a cash machine and then try and change it. So I don't know. I'm maybe going to just go to a coffee shop and sit down, but I would love to have a wash right now because I am not feeling my best self. Okay, so my train leaves for London at 2:45, I think, so I have to go back to Eurostar at 2 p.m. So if I can hold it for about another hour and a half, there might be a toilet in Eurostar. So I'm going to find somewhere to sit down. There's a Waffle House behind me, and as I'm in Belgium, I might get a waffle. It smells incredible. Okay, this is absolutely delightful. It's a Chez Albert waffle with chocolate, and it's gooey and chewy and absolutely gorgeous. But now I've got chocolate in my hair and I still have no way to use the bathroom. So next challenge, figure that one out. So I've just discovered that you can also go to the bathroom if you've got a credit card. So I use the tap and pay, and now I'm just a bit worried that there might be a time limit on it. But at least I can go and get myself cleaned up. Money's worth there because I did my makeup and I went to the bathroom twice for 60 cents, so you can't get better than that. Okay, so I'm looking a bit better, I'm feeling a lot better, and I'm smelling about the same. But yeah, I'm getting Eurostar to London in about an hour or so at 2 p.m. Or if you have to go check in at 2 p.m. My bathroom experience was, pardon the pun, but crap. I mean, first off, you don't charge people for a basic human need. Secondly, if you do, I mean, they're making a fortune out of that, the number of people going through. But at least have a tap system that people understand. So I had to have it explained to me, and then I had to explain it to 3 other people who were standing there looking at these taps going like, what the hell do you do with this? Because it isn't self-explanatory. If you're going to take that amount of money, reinvest it in the bathrooms, have stalls that you can take your luggage into, because it's awful having to just leave it outside. And yeah, just make them look and smell a lot better, because they are really average toilets for the amount of money that they must be making out of that. So yeah, okay, let's carry on.
de cet Eurostar à destination de l'île Europe et Londres Saint-Pancras. Je suis Claude et avec Fabrice, nous sommes votre manager. Good afternoon and welcome aboard this Eurostar service to London Saint-Pancras. My name is Claude. My colleague Fabrice and I are your train managers today.
Welcome to all customers. This is the 1705 East Midlands Railway service to Nottingham. This train calls at Kettering, Market Harbour, Leicester, Loughborough.
Thank you! Thank you so much! Hello! 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 I'm here! Oh, a really long way! Crash helmets, eye goggles.
Safety helmet. Ready?
Yay!
Look, ready? Oh, got me.
Got it. Ah, lovely. Cheers!
Did you get it? Clean.
Chin 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 chin.
Chin chin, yakida.
Yucky da.
Hi guys, so I made it. I am back. I'm home. I'm at my mum's house, Mum and Merrick, and it was a really long journey, so I'm going to do another video about that when I've got the energy. It's really lovely to be back. I've had champagne, home cooked spag bol, and I just wanted to say, look the hell at this. You see this behind me? It's light. It's light. So in Rwanda it gets dark at about 6 p.m. every single night of the year, and now it's about 8 o'clock at night. British summertime, 8 o'clock at night, and this, although it is still incredibly cold by Rwandan standards. So not as cold as Brussels. When I got off the plane in Brussels early in the morning, it was about like, I guess 9 o'clock in the morning this morning, and I could see my breath. So that was an experience. But yeah, this is light nights, summertime nights. So I'm going to go in and keep warm and drink some more champagne, and I made it. I'm feeling
way better than when I left. I'm absolutely fine. I got a really good sleep on the Channel Tunnel. I basically I got onto the Eurostar. I had a packet of nuts and a little glass of wine, and I passed out. And when I woke up, I was in England, so I totally missed the Channel Tunnel completely. But I think this was an artist rendering of it. Yeah, I'm home. It's good. Time to chill out, eat a bit more, drink a bit more, have a shower so that I'm not as stinky as I currently am, and then I'm gonna sleep until I wake up tomorrow. So, ooh, primroses.